order to advance those shared interests. And I guess that's really the theme of this referendum. Since last April, when these tariffs were first announced, U.S. importers have paid $3.6 billion in import taxes on goods from events that we took note of, including, for example, Indonesia dropping its opposition to the WTO moratorium on tariffs on electronic transactions. The framework talked about import licensing requirements. The full year 2025 data just came out this morning. Its release had been delayed because of the government shutdown back in the autumn, which is an increase of almost 25% over 2024.
As an industry, full team, we have our colleague, Ibu Shita, Wijaya Kamdani, Dino, and US is the second biggest trading partner for Indonesia. So we really care about what we can do with this ARP to be signed in the near future. And especially, we come in here with a lot of associations as well that really would like to know more how they, for a country with 285 million people, is one thing about downstreaming critical minerals products, but it's another thing to build strong human resources, knowledge of technology, and how we can compete in general. And I will just finish with one data that I studied on the way here 2 days ago. In 1995, Indonesia actually grew 8%, right? That's the number that our president is always talking about, growing from 5.5, 6, 7, 8. But what is different, and what we see over there, is the amount of investments coming in to the country, the growth. And to be more precise, the amount of investments of the US into the country, right? Back then it was like 20% or something, now it's about 9%, right? So, it cannot help.
In that context, I would call your attention to the one-pagers that discuss it. In short,
55%, 60% of ASEAN, right? And I think I noted somewhere here that, ASEAN needs a lot for the US, building 700,000 jobs, $7 billion visitors to the US, and $2 billion students income coming here. So all in all, I think this is also a historic and one of our colleagues said inflection point for Indonesia and the US. We just have to make it work together, and only business to business that can do this, because we're here to stay, right? Regardless of EBIT, and we're looking forward to go down to the details and actually make it work, and in fact making policy recommendations to our respective governments on what the businesses really need and want. Thank you.
Digging information, I call it, right? I think we never look at US. I mean, we've been driving a lot of trying to get more investment coming, but really there is a quality of the trade between Indonesia and US. We never really pay such a big attention until today. And I think from the beginning when I try to identify what are things that we can buy more from the US to reduce the deficit. That's where we open new possibilities. I specifically one of the largest market for Indonesia. Textile garments almost 61%. So this is a big deal. Despite the fact that our export to the US only 10%, I think huge number.
Show it. We are. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Yeah. All right, we'll do this one.
Did you get that? If you didn't get that, Juga tadi kita tanda tangan antara Kadin dan US ASEAN Business Council. Nah, intinya ialah bagaimana kita bisa memperbesar pasar buat para pedagang kita, para investor dari Indonesia, para pengusaha dari Indonesia untuk bisa mengakses pasar di Amerika. Contoh saja, untuk alas kaki, Indonesia itu ekspor sekitar 120 juta dolar. Sedangkan Vietnam 600 juta dolar. Nah, hampir 4-5 kali lipatnya. Jadi sekarang Indonesia mempunyai kesempatan untuk meningkatkan itu semua selama bisa tetap kompetitif. Secara daripada tarif harusnya kompetitif. Tapi Indonesia juga mempunyai kesempatan untuk meningkatkan tentunya jumlah daripada perdagangan yang tentunya akan membawa pertumbuhan Indonesia, lapangan kerja, dan lain-lain. Nah, jadi di sini kita fokus kepada teman-teman yang sudah melakukan ekspor. Garmen, tekstil, alas kaki, furniture, elektronik. Tapi tidak stop di situ saja, kita ingin membawa investasi dari Amerika ke Indonesia. Ingat bahwa di Indonesia ini membutuhkan banyak investasi. Sampai 60 miliar dolar FDI, foreign direct investment. Nah, ini juga salah satu cara untuk kita untuk mendapatkan ini semua. Jadi intinya inilah yang menyebabkan kita semua ada di sini bicara detail karena trade agreement yang akan ditandatangani oleh kedua negara ini benar-benar bisa menjadi suatu sejarah supaya tadi perdagangan dan investasi bisa lebih meningkat, membawa lapangan kerja, membawa juga pertumbuhan, tapi yang penting juga meningkatkan kapasitas kemampuan daripada tenaga kerja kita juga. Alih teknologi, sehingga kita juga bisa menjadi negara maju yang makin hari akan mentransformasi ekonominya menjadi di industri-industri yang lebih mempunyai nilai tambah.
Terus ada dua tanda tanganan MOU apa itu?
Yang pertama tadi kami dari Kadin dengan US ABC, ASEAN Business Council, dan juga salah satu member kami, Apindo juga ikut menandatangani di bidang sustainability. Jadi ini salah satu contoh bahwa kita juga datang sini bersama 4-5 asosiasi. Ada asosiasi mebel, makan minum, garmen, tekstil, elektronik, kawasan industri, karena itulah Kadin menjadi suatu umbrella atau suatu rumah daripada banyaknya asosiasi yang bernaung di bawah Kadin.
Oke.